Let us fly to the moon. We will do that on an Israeli spaceship designed by Alex Padwa. Alex is a car and a product designer. He's the former head of the industrial design department in Shenkar, and amongst many other things, was also a designer in Citroën in Paris. Today, Alex heads the Padwa Design Studio and is a senior tutor here in Shenkar. So please, fasten your seatbelts.
Can the reflection in your coffee influence its taste? I was sitting in the neighborhood cafe the other day, sipping my espresso, when I realized suddenly that the Shalom Tower was reflecting in my coffee. So sensible people would argue, no influence. The coffee is a physical substance, the reflection is an illusion in our heads, so no. But I'm being far from sensible, and I thought, what if, instead of the Shalom Tower, we had the Taj Mahal reflecting in your coffee, or the Empire State Building, or maybe even the Eiffel Tower? You'd agree that yes, the answer would positively be yes. We're human beings. Everything we feel, we sense, we think, and we do is influenced by a bunch of very unexpected and odd things. As designers, we're often asked to perform, to create unexpected compositions and to evoke fresh experiences. Oscar Wilde said once that only shallow people don't judge by appearance. I trust that you're very deep people. Continue judging but what your eyes see. Do that, and rightly so. For example, when we see a human face, we never think or feel that it's just a skin or a surface. It's obvious to us, without even analyzing it, that the face is an expression of something much deeper from within. I am absolutely, passionately convinced that all products should be designed that way, from within. All products have stories. All products have a soul, and they deserve the right face to express it. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to share with you 2 design journeys that we took recently in the quest of these faces. The first one was with a company called Hicon. They have developed an amazing technology where you take sheets of paper, you put them in a machine, and the machine turns them into 3-dimensional, solid objects, fast, clean, and cheap. They said to us, we're going to share with the world this marvel, want to expose it in a few months' time in an exhibition in Europe. Please design this machine for us. But we don't want another machine. We want something unlike anything else. We want to express this magic. We were very excited with this because the mission is great, only I don't believe you can design something unlike anything else. All the forms in the world exist already. It's a bit like words. If you write a new book, you don't invent new words. You use the existing ones. So we're going to use the existing forms, only try to combine them cleverly. So we asked ourselves, what is this thing? Is it a machine or is it a piece of art? Is it architecture because it's big enough, scale, or is it a product? The answer is yes to all these questions. But before we can start flying and dreaming and designing, don't forget there's a reality. There's a package, it's a big box. In a way, it's thinking inside the box. It's 8 meters long by 3 meters high, 2 meters deep. It's got a terrace on which you stand and operate it. So there's reality for you. Only above all these facts, we felt that this is like a vehicle, like a vessel that moves, transfers us from one place to another, not physically, but metaphorically. It really alters the way we see reality. So we presented 3 concepts to Hicon. The first one, named after a yacht I was sailing in 30 years ago in the Caribbean. And as you see, it's familiar, it's quiet. But when you pass by it, you realize there's something happening inside. There's a drama. And we use these materials to reflect the fact that factories today are becoming much more like home. The second concept, Lugano, is quieter, more objective maybe, less fashionable. The focal point is this big crystal ball in which you can look at the future being formed, or a big womb in which life is being conceived. The third one, Lady Britt, was in a way the opposite of the first one. It's explicitly dramatic. It offers itself. So we have these three concepts presented to HiCon. Let's take a minute. Can you guess what was their choice? What would you have chosen? Let's really do it quickly with hands. Who's going for number one? Hands. Okay. Number two. Number three. Wow. And the winner is number three. They went for number three. We actually prefer number one. It was more quiet. It was more subtle. We understood their choice. It was their drama. It was their story. So we built it in Israel quickly, in a few months, shipped it to Germany, where it was presented to the public in a big exhibition in Düsseldorf last month. Created a lot of buzz, got a lot of positive noise. Now, the next project I'm going to share with you, unlike this one, it's going to be a vehicle that in 2 years' time, hopefully, when it reaches its destination, it's going to be received with total cold silence. I'll show you. It was announced 7 or 8 years ago by Google X Prize. And it was an international competition in which the first team who can land an unmanned vehicle on the moon, move it 500 meters, and send photos to Earth will receive $20 million. Don't jump. List is closed. Can't subscribe. The Israeli team, SpaceX, developed this vehicle. Someone told them, nanotechnology, be clever people. Someone told them, you've got a fair chance of reaching the moon. But it doesn't look exciting. Go and design it. They came to us and we were obviously very excited. Wow, what an opportunity. And we quickly learned about all the constraints and the infinite impossibilities of sending something physical to the moon. They went away, came back after 3 years of hard work with literally these two engineering drawings. This is what they had. And they said, that's it. We cracked it. It's going to work. We're going to reach the moon. This is it. And we're leading. Out of the 30 groups that started the race, only 5 are left in the race. And we're leading, and we even have a launch contract with one of the missiles of Elon Musk, leaving Earth in 2 years' time. Design it for us. So, again, huge excitement in the studio. And we think the real mission is not a lunar voyage. Real mission is justice. You see, there's so much depth, ingenuity, clever, and lots of work and talent in this vehicle. But it doesn't show. It's not expressed in any way. Now, another thing, you can't add anything. Unlike a car, where you cover everything with the skin and you sculpt it as best as possible, you can't add 1 gram. Not even a box to work inside. No box. So we have to work with the ingredients that are there, and we designed that, and they were very happy. But you see, our mission really was to excite people, to turn on their imagination, especially kids. We really wanted kids to fall in love with this human adventure called science. Don't forget that it all started with this and became that. And I believe that true design is not about covering or camouflaging. The contrary, it's about revealing. So hopefully, in 2 years' time, our vehicle is going to land on the moon. Now, back to our world. Next time you see a face, or a building, or a car, or a product, stop for a minute of reflection. And remember Oscar Wilde again, words, who said, the true mystery in the world is not the invisible, but the visible. Thank you very much.